Heavy rain and flooding continue for much of northern Queensland as a tropical low pressure system makes its way across the Cape York Peninsula. Now we've seen another day of heavy rainfall across northern parts of Queensland with widespread falls of 50 to 150 millimetres about the coast between Cairns and Mackay, pushing inland across north central parts of the state as well as parts of the Gulf country too. Of course, the highest falls were seen about the coast, with a number of locations seeing in excess of 200 millimetres in the 24 hours to 9 o'clock this morning. The top total in this period was 276 millimetres at Matty O'Neill Bridge down near Mackay. Now that has triggered a number of flood warnings in the area. We do have minor flood warnings in place for the Don and Pioneer rivers, with moderate flood warnings for the Bowley and Horton rivers closer to Townsville. It's also worth noting that we still have flood watches in place for catchments between the Daintree and Mackay, meaning that these areas could see further river rises over the coming days as rain continues to fall. There is a severe weather warning current for heavy to locally intense rainfall. It covers the coast between Ingham and areas just to the north of Mackay, pushing inland to Charters Towers. Now in this warning area between now and Saturday morning, we could see 6-hourly rainfall totals of 160 to 220 millimetres, particularly about the coast. As the tropical low system makes its way across the coast, from tonight we could see locally intense falls across parts of the Herbert and Lower Burdekin that could push up towards 250 millimetres in a 6-hourly period. Now that's a lot of rain to come down in a short space of time. We're seeing a lot of flash flooding in these areas already, with many roads and highways already cut. We urge communities in these areas to stay in touch with your local emergency services. Do not drive into floodwaters. Keep yourself as safe as possible. So exactly how will this low pressure system and the rainfall it's bringing move through the next few days? Well, through the rest of Friday, we're going to see this low pressure system lingering about the coast between Cairns and Townsville. It's directing a lot of moisture and strong winds against those coastal areas, hence the severe weather warning for heavy rainfall. As we go overnight and into tomorrow morning, this system will push across the coast. That's when we could see those locally intense falls for some areas. But as we move further through Saturday, the tropical low pressure system will gradually start to move away from the coast, continuing to push east across the Coral Sea as we go into Sunday. We're still expecting scattered showers and possible storms across northern Queensland through the later part of the weekend, but the most intense rainfall should start to ease back through Saturday afternoon. Now, rainfall totals out until the end of the weekend show fairly widespread heavy falls across much of northern Queensland, with the focal point for the rainfall really focused in on the North Tropical Coast there. Now, the top totals will of course depend on exactly where that low pressure system moves and exactly how quickly it moves away from the coast. As this situation unfolds, it is essential to stay up to date with the latest forecasts and warnings via the Bureau's website, the BOM Weather app and via our social media. Stay safe and we'll catch you in the next update.